Welcome back, people, to the channel. This one's all about my tyres, an escapade I had getting the tyres changed. First of all, it started as a slow puncture on the left rear. Then it led to thinking, I need new tyres anyway, let's go and get it done. So tried locally, who I won't mention because they were a waste of time. Price for a new tyre was amazingly high, etc, etc. Moving on. I then decided to try going on the internet to see the cheapest brand of tyre. This is going to be a shocker for you people who use branded tyres for everything and wouldn't even dream of looking at a non-branded tyre. Well, I'm going to change that concept, hopefully, for some of you who want to save a bit of money. So let's go ahead with this one. Bit of an eye-opener on one or two things. Let's do it.
Okay, today is tyre day. Now, I don't mean I'm tired, I'm going to get some tyres. I mention this because of a thing about these in this bag. I'll come to those later on in this video. Ended up having a slow puncture on the rear left. So decided it was time for new tyres. Now, I don't mean to just spend money, but what I did mean, or do mean, is that I knew that the rears were getting down to the wear markers and the fronts are a tiny bit better. But I'm a devil. If I'm going to replace one tyre or two tyres, I'll replace all four. So that's what I've done. Now, some of you might scorn because some of you are going to say, oh, you've not gone for branded tyres. And we'll come to that also later in this video. So I'm going to get my breakfast down me. I'm going to get in this Tesla and I am going to drive to Leicester, where I've booked it in for these 4 tyres. Although saying that, I had it booked in and I went on Saturday. But because of these, or this in here, one of them, 2 of them, even 4 of them, couldn't get it done. I'll come back to that later. Anyway, let's drive to Leicester.
Okay, I suppose first things first, get these in this trunk. And then, when they're in there, because this thing here has got to do that. Yep, totally flat, kids. Get it set up. When you treat yourself to an air compressor, don't buy a cheap one. I've learnt that. Although this is a ring, it's just a bind to use. Look at it, it twists up. That don't go on properly. Oh boy. Anyway, hopefully I won't have to ever do this again with 4 tyres going on. So this is going on the 12 volt. And there you go. Let's hope it goes up. Sometimes if you run real flat, these things can't cope to get air in them. Yeah, looks like it's going up. They are the most important thing this morning. You'll know why. And it's reading 0 at the moment. And it will read 0 until I actually move the vehicle. And then obviously it will reset itself. I'm going to try and get about 48 in it. Yep, get in there. 20 PSI now. Okay, here we go. This is the start of tyre day. Now let me give you the backhand of this while I'm driving along and heading towards Leicester in this lovely English countryside you're seeing now. The day's not bad. It's a bit close, as they say, a bit humid. Blue skies you can see in front there, so yeah, good day for it. Let me put you in the picture why I'm going back today. That is the big one. I went across on Saturday and it just never happened. I got there and the guy at the counter, and he has every right to say and do what he did because he wants things safe. Have you got your blocks? Well, I obviously said no. Now, these things are quite cheap if you want to buy the cheap Chinese import ones from Q-Works or whatever. And they are just as good as paying £85 for a set from somewhere else with a brand name behind them. So, get the indicator going to let everyone know I'm turning left off this island, because no one ever indicates this island, but I am. My turn signal is on to the left. Let me give you the backstory face to face instead of you facing the road there. Let's pull out of this car coming, so foot down. Got a lovely whistling whine off this. I'm now doing 80, you know, it's crazy speed, even in this standard model. Anyway, back to it. So I've got decent Hankook tyres, or 4 all round, the original tyres. But I've decided, as I said earlier, that if I get I've got a slow puncture in the back rear, so I'm just going to replace all 4 tyres. Now, people might say, wow, you've got money to burn. Well, no, I haven't. No, they're not branded. Oh, scorn you may, scorn. I've not gone for BF Goodrich. I've not gone for Goodyear. I've not gone for any brand, be it American or British or European. I've jumped for Chinese. Whoa, hold on. Calm down. Bear with me. I've used Chinese tyres before, non-branded, on rather large, heavy, torque-filled Camaro SS's and Mustang GTs back in the day. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, even 6 years ago, I put a set of tyres, non-branded Chinese, on my muscle cars. They gave me no issue. They handled as good with those tyres. I handled as good with those tyres on as it ever did with premium brand tyres on. So don't be fooled, folks. Don't think you have to go out and buy branded tyres just because you've got a vehicle that's a bit quick or a bit heavier than a normal ICE car, as in these are. Just get the correct spec. I checked out Costco. I'm a member, premium member. Hello, Costco members. And I could get the same tyre fitted, done and dusted, and this is without their special discount that they had on at the time, for about 160 quid. So instantly I'm up £30 per tyre if I go to Costco. Well, I decided not to, because Costco couldn't get me in until this coming Friday. Well, I'm away this coming weekend, bit of a road trip, bit of a weekend out, because it's our wedding anniversary. So I'm not going Costco. Just have to get by that BMW. So I've decided to go for these Chinese imports. Don't get me wrong, folks, they are all certified, they're all safety checked, but at £91 per tyre, fitted, done, dusted, balanced, and all the rest of it, and your tyre disposal, £91 each. I think I know which way I'd go. So that's where I've gone. Through Asda, would you believe? Asda was, for my American viewers, Asda was owned by Walmart for many, many years, but they sold it out. So Asda now do tyres, but you just go on asdatyres.co.uk, you'll see it. They don't do the tyre fitting at an Asda. They will send you to a local or nearest tyre fitter who has them in stock. And if they don't have them in stock, they'll let you know and give you a date. Well, these people, about 4 out of the 6 people they offered where to go to get them done, actually had them in stock. So that's why I went across Saturday. Couldn't do it because I didn't have the Tesla blocks, and I'll come across them in a moment. And now we're on the way to Leicester. We're just outside Leicester. So here we are, back on the mean streets of Leicester City. Literally on the outskirts here. These roadworks and these cones were going up Saturday, I believe, when we came. Okay. So, the place I'm going to is F1, based in Leicester. The guy, like I say, when I walked in, he didn't want to do the job on Saturday because they didn't have the Tesla blocks. Now, the Tesla blocks, again, this is why all this video is all about. The Tesla blocks are needed as they go up onto your sill, just underneath, to protect damage to the sill and the battery pack. The battery pack itself is something that you don't want to damage. So obviously, with not wanting to damage the battery pack, you've got to have these things, and they have the right to say no, they won't do the job, and that's what happened. Tesla blocks should come with every single Tesla, in the trunk or the frunk, as a freebie. I don't believe they do. I believe you have to buy them separate from Tesla, go to an auto parts store and get them, which will be expensive, or you do what I do. You got them off Amazon. Wow. The expense of them is pennies. But if you don't have them in your trunk or frunk when you go to a tyre specialist, they refuse to do the work. Can't knock them. If they damage your battery pack, who's going to be to blame? If they damage your sills, who's going to be to blame? Exactly. So I would suggest now you run out to the auto store or get on your little phones there to Amazon and get some ordered if you own a Tesla of any sort. Look, like I say, the Y, the 3 and the S use the same one. I'm not sure about the X, but the other three use the same Tesla blocks. £13.99 in the UK, so they'd be about, I don't know, $14, $15 in the US at the most. So there you go, get it done. Oh look, there's one of them electric Q4s, e-tron. Not a bad tool, I don't guess, for an Audi. Never been an Audi lover, you know, this thing in front, but they do tow well. I think you can tow about 1,600 kilos, something like that. So ain't bad. Okay, this is master services and short services. And this is where I come to get my tyres done on the Tesla. I've been happy about me filming. It's called Formula One Auto Centres, booked in by Asda. I'm going to move the car now. He's going to move a little KA out, this black in here. Don't know if you get these in America. I don't think you do you, my American viewers, these little KAs. And I'm going to pull it in to that tyre bay somewhere here. And that's where they're going to do the work. So reasonably busy so far for a Monday morning. Quite a big place, very professional. But without this guy telling me when I came over on Saturday, I don't think anyone would know regarding Tesla blocks and getting it right, because you need to. Okay, we're in. Give him the blocks, the wonderful blocks. And this is how busy they are. In an MOT there, loads of tyres all over the place. Quite a big place actually, I didn't even realise how big it would be. And you've got all the tyre fitting stuff. So, normal regular place. Just to give you an idea where it is in Leicester, you've got a big Asda across the road here, and you've got a place called The Yard. They're still doing a lot of work across that way, but the big Asda, the big new Asda, is over this way here, so you'll see that. Right, he's just said I can go down and get a coffee because he ain't got time to do me yet. He's just doing some tracking. We booked him for 10, so not bad at all. So I want to cross to the Asda to get my son a coffee, a latte. So I'll leave it there and go and get on with it. Here. And the Asda is made basically here, so if you do come, you can grab your son a coffee down in Asda. So he's told me not to go to the coffee shop, go straight down, and there is a machine. There it is, bull corners. What have they got on the back of that look? Big old tractor unit. Anyway, getting Asda. First time I've been in. Very American way. You can tell they tried to copy Walmart when Walmart owned them. Right, in I go. Oh, here we are. It's a franking machine. I've gone for a large latte. And that's your Asda in here. So you've got this to choose from, then you've got those which I'm not touching at all, cold drinks, and then there's something else down the bottom. So get myself a cup top. Again, plastics, look. I hate these bloody things, but hey-ho, it's all they've got to offer. Not much I can do about it. So there you go, latte on the way. one off. And there you go, look, there's the jacking block. There's one there, one on the front there. And as this gentleman just said, he will not do this job if you don't come with Tesla blocks. He doesn't want to harm your battery pack, he doesn't want to harm your service. So that's why you need Tesla blocks. There's no other way out. So have a look, and that's where they go. So you get 4 in a pack, obviously 2 per side. That's the whole idea. Just a little ditty to this while I'm waiting for the last tyre to go on. That over there, oh, there you go, that is the Leicester Space Centre. Never been, should do really, been there many years now. I know a lot of school kids go there on trips and everything, but I've never been. But so that's at the back of this place, so you could go straight down this road and turn left and you'll come across it. So yeah, that's the Leicester Space Sports Centre or whatever it's called. I've never been, like I say. Okay, last one, he's just took that one off there, and that was the slow puncher that made all this come about. Yes, it was a small nail just off centre to the side, so probably couldn't have been repaired anyway. But there you go. Just to let you know, inside these old ankhooks I've just took off, look. There you go, anchook. There was this thing here, it's like a foam, about 1 inch thick, and that's all the way around the tyre, and that is to keep them quieter when you're going along. These tyres I've had put on haven't got that. There you go, there's one for you. Another thing here while I'm on this, Elon says that you should never have to replace the discs, and probably not even your pads, for 100,000 mile on a Tesla, or the lifetime, all depends how long you keep it, I guess. And yeah, they still look like brand new, no gouges in them, no nothing. Very good indeed. No mark there, but apart from that, so it just to show that the regen braking works very well. You don't need to brake as much.
15 minutes later.
Right, back in reception. If someone came to you now, with a Tesla, what would you tell them?
The main thing we'd need the Tesla driver to bring is the new jacking blocks. You need the jacking blocks that go into the sill that allow us to use a metal jack to jack the vehicle up. Now, for some reason Tesla don't supply them with the car, and if you've not got them, my advice would go on Amazon. They do a set of them. I think they're about £30, £35.
Cool. So there, take that into consideration when you go any tyre place, and if you come to these guys, and you ought to as well, because the service is great, don't forget you need your Tesla blocks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Waste your time, come in here, or any other sort of garage, because they don't really supply them, and then you waste your journey. You're going to have to go away, then get the parts, then have to come back another day.
True. Nice one, thanks for that.
No problem.
Okay, that's Leicester done. What a great bunch of guys they are. You don't come across many in the tyre game or in mechanical work for cars very often that come over real genuine lads, and great team there at F1. Cannot knock them, they're kind of on your level. A great conversation with them about electric cars and diesels and all the rest of it, and yeah, treated you like a proper customer, which was nice. You don't get it very often nowadays. Seem very busy, you know, which is great for them. Can't be bad at all. I did question the fact that, you know, do you see a downturn when electric cars come on board more and more mainstream and less fossil fuel cars, and it don't phase them because obviously they're an MOT bay, a garage as well, so they'll always have the MOT work and they'll always have the tyre work. So that's really where their mainstay of business actually comes from. So they're not really going to be affected by the onsurge of electric cars. In fact, they'll end up doing some courses and who knows, maybe doing some work on them when and if needed. But don't forget, it's 70% less parts in an EV. A very, very big thank you to Asda Tyres.co.uk, and I'm not advertising for them, I'm not getting paid, I didn't get these tyres free. I didn't think it was going to be as smooth as it was. Price was great at £91 per tyre, fitted, done and dusted. Didn't ask him if I could get it cheaper through them rather than Asda, but it is what it is. So yes, on the way back home now, all done and dusted. So I'll leave this running a bit and get a bit of Leicester traffic for you as we drive home. Now, I've been driving this thing now, the Tesla Model 3 I've got here, for 2 solid days. Done about 150 mile, so not a great deal of mileage, but 150 mile. And I can tell you now, straight off the top, that the actual tyre noise is pretty much the same. Now, I'll put up the DB ratings and you'll be able to see the difference between the Hancooks I took off and the tyres I put on, the cheaper 91.99 each tyres. Now, as regards handling, I've took it round some winding roads in the countryside, around 50-60 mile an hour, around some serious bends. I can't see one iota of difference between the tread and what these give me in comparison to those branded Hancooks give me. So again, I'm going to say pretty much virtually the same. A lot of you out there are going to say, oh, Hancooks and, you know, Bridgestones and all the rest of it probably last 20,000 miles and you'll be lucky to get 10,000 miles out of your Chinese tyres. Well, I've got to say, would that worry me too much at 91.99 each? No, it wouldn't. You know, at the end of the day, I'm probably going to have this car for another 18 months max. And I know in 18 months when I sell this car, that the person who gets it will still have some damn good tyres. A lot of tread still left on. So you won't have to mess with them. So I'm happy about that. And also the second thing that I've been thinking about is the fact that the cash now in my pocket is still in my pocket, because there's a big difference between 91.99 or whatever, or £91 to what would have been and could have been for at £195. It just does not make sense to me to go branded with that kind of difference. Now, if there was only a 15 to £20 difference, maybe most of you would say you'd be crazy to go for a Chinese cheap tyre. But no, I'm not. I've proved this with, like I say, muscle cars in years gone by. I put them on, like I said before in this video, you know, 2015 GT I had. I put a set on a Camaro SS 2012 anniversary model. They made no difference at all, and they were heavy cars. Come on, let's face it. You're not far off the weight of a Model 3 when you've got a big old V8 Camaro. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Just thought I'd let you know on that. They smell a bit rubbery on the outside. It may sound stupid, but with new tyres when you walk by them, you can get that rubber smell. So I'm going to finish it there, folks. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe. Click on the icon, the bell icon there, so you get my notifications going. Every time I put a post up, you'll get it first thing. So if you're not subscribed, you know what I'm going to say. Where have you been? Please do. I have at least 2 more Route 66 stroke back down to Tombstone, Arizona posts yet to come, so look out for those. And I'm quite sure there'll be another Lodge Life coming up. I'm going to try and get some good EV ones in now. I've caught up with the road trip, so bear with me on that one. Lovely to have you again. Like I say, we'll catch you on the next one. Keep safe.